popping, y'all? Headed to the gym, but I want to make sure that I cover this Capricorn in the moon. It's actually getting ready. Is going to leave Capricorn and go right into Aquarius. So we're a little behind. So we got to cover Sagittarius, and then we got to cover this Capricorn before it leaves, and I'm gonna touch on a little bit of the Aquarius. All right, we still got Taurus in the sun. So while we're dealing with both the sun and the moon in our Earth sign, one being fixed Earth, one being cardinal Earth, this is trine energy. So basically what that means is the gifts and abilities, and even the negatives that come with being an earth sign, it gets doubled. It's double that energy. It's double the frequency. It's double the frequency. So being as though Capricorn is in cardinal Earth, it's almost like triple the. It's like triple the energy. So what you gotta expect is it's gonna be an extra. I'm gonna say it's gonna be an extra left brain time right now, because both aspects are left brain. Left brain fixed, and then left brain cardinal, right? Left brain meaning logic, analytics, and one thing for sure is things are going to come across as if the times are very dull right now. Everything is like kind of mellowed out, and if it's not, then occasionally you'll see you'll see like a far left extreme occasionally, because everybody can't handle practicality, because that's what you're seeing. Everybody's trying to make every little thing make sense. Everybody's trying to make everything make sense, and everything has to be super practical, and everything is dealing with logic. So of course you're going to see all of everything is trying and attempting to work as a system, especially with Saturn being in the moon. Everybody is being forced or pushed, or everybody's going to feel the vibe, the internal vibe, to focus on structure. Structure is already being asked of us in the sun, So in the moon, it is what's being projected is, hey, you have to go within and initiate and create inspirational ways to be left-brained, to think, to be analytical about practicality. The Saturn is going to bring new levels, new devils to the situation. That is, if you're on a new level, and maybe you're the new devil in the situation, pouring into the pot negative concepts, negative pressure by way of adding a new level to something, because you created a circumstance, Saturn, a structure for somebody else to experience and have to deal with and have to maneuver around or maneuver within because it's in the moon, until they actually can find their way out, like a mouse trying to maneuver through a maze. You know, I know I say you know a lot. That's just, it's like a thinking word. But check this. With Taurus being in the sun, no matter what you're doing or what you're creating internally, before you push it out, by the time you push it out, it better look like it's stable. It better, because that's what the sun is asking for. That's what God is asking for your light to look like, for your mask to look like by the time you shine it. By the time you present it out, it needs to look like you already done made sense. The structure was already here for a long time. The business was already here for a long time. Now, that can be difficult to do. Now, when I say it has to be here for a long time, I'm not saying literally it has to be here for, but you get what I'm saying? Like when something looks established, it looks like it's poised. It doesn't look like you're scattered. It doesn't look like it's all over the place. Like you're trying, like Virgo, like you're trying to put everything together. And that's what I mean about the trine energy between Capricorn and Taurus. Because yeah, Capricorns do go the extra mile to make sure that everything is put together. They just don't. They just try extra hard to make things look like they're. Thank you very much. They try extra hard to make everything appear like they have everything under control. And sometimes that's the goal for a Capricorn, to look like, hey, I'm like, you know, I'm the cap, you know, obviously, like, you know, I have this captain energy going on, you know what I'm saying? I already got the shit under control. I already got it. I already done handled it. That I'm cool, I'm smooth type of thing. You know, that's why sometimes Capricorns, they come across very Casanova-like, you know, even when it comes to women and plans and the opposite sex, or, you know, if you're a woman, whatever situation, whatever circumstance you're dealing with, Capricorns always come across, if you're a high vibrational Capricorn, you know, you don't necessarily have to be a high vibrational, but you got to have your vibe under control, your internal Capricorn energy under control. Everything is about control. Everything about a Capricorn is about control. It's all about control. It's all about control. You know, that's an earth sign thought in general, but specifically Capricorns, there's a focus of control. Everything is about power and control issues. Power and control circumstances. The devil, Saturn, right turn. The creation of principles, principalities, organizations. Who's running the organization? Who's the CEO? Who's the mastermind? Who's the architect? How many books did it take? How long did it take to put this grand master plan together? Mind you, Capricorn is the only cardinal sign that does not represent an energy that pushes outward. They're an energy that pulls inward. It's the only cardinal sign that does not represent itself in masculinity. It represents itself as a feminine. The masculine of Saturn is Aquarius. So remember, when you're looking at a Capricorn, although it's cardinal energy, because it represents itself feminine, this is an energy like water, similar to water, but not like Cancer. Cancer is still masculine, although Cancer represents itself feminine, like the moon. The way that it pushes out its energy is masculine. pushes out is energy masculine. Capricorns, everything is internal, everything is feminine, pulling in to create. So, but it's still cardinal energy. So the same forceful energy, because that's what it means to be cardinal, that's why I call them captains, the same forceful energy that it takes to create. When you push out, Libras pushing out typhoons, Aries pushing out electric fire, flames, and just whatever. They're just blazing fire. Cancers, just a big ass tidal wave of just water, and just the vibe itself, the energy itself, the frequency itself, the wave, right? Capricorn uses that same energy, but it pulls it in like a magnet. It's sucking these energies inward and pulling it into itself. And then it's left brain, so it's compartmentalizing it's compartmentalizing this force, compartmentalizing this energy. So by the time it's harnessed, and by the time it's constructed, this is a person who has contemplated something so dramatic in its curation that this is why you would call this is like a person who, this is a literal representation of like a mastermind, somebody who just creates out of thin air, but just makes something, and I want to say this. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So this is a person who probably got so frustrated they decided to create the first gun, the first ballistic weapon. Let's use that for example, and that's part one.